You know, we went from selling weed to selling meth to selling coke. So eventually, man, I kind of got out of that to just growing weed, and I got a friend of mine, my roommate at the time. His friend was getting out of prison, and he came and crashed on our couch. And man, this dude could grow some weed, man. Like that was his niche. You know, he was like a mathematician, and he was a green thumb, and like a cross between an electrician and a green thumb. And dude, he got us hooked up into growing some weed, and I remember helping him start this grow house. Dude, this was a whole house, you know, 3-bedroom house. Every room was occupied. You had a room for mother plants, and then a room for vegging, and then a room for harvesting. And I mean, dude, it was legit, you know. So me and you know, I know he ain't gonna mind me saying it. Me and my cousin, because he's doing good right now. What's up, cuz? So me and my cousin decided, hey man, we can do this too. So we took a house. We started renting a house. We took a house, and dude, we started growing weed in this house, and I mean, I think we did pretty good, man. I mean, at the end of it all, like we had plans to go and like I don't remember. It was some acreage. Like, man, we're gonna go get this house on some land, and we about to do it up. Like, we're about to go from, you know, making this $20,000 every harvest to $40, $50, $60,000 every harvest. You know, and right around that time, you know, a lot of things were going on, and I had this sense like, man, we're about to get busted. You know. There's a lot of things happening at this time for us to believe this. And I remember us talking about like, hey man, like we probably need to chop all this crap down. But check it out. So before, what we've already seen this happen before though, to where the guy that was helping us ended up chopping everything down because his friend was like, hey man, I snitched you out, you know? And it's like, so we helped, I mean, dude, we went in there and chopped everything down, and then the friend was like, oh yeah, man, but nothing's gonna happen, I guess. You know, it's no big deal. And nothing ended up happening, right? So we were kind of like, dude, if we chop everything down, nothing's gonna happen. If we keep it, something's gonna happen. Like, we're gonna gamble. Let's keep it. And sure enough, dude, we keep it. And I mean, dude, I kid you not, man. It was like I just like, I think we're just too paranoid. But I remember even telling my cousin, like, hey, dude, is there somebody across the street right now, like with the camera recording us? And he'd be like, dude, it totally looks like it is, right? And I remember even somebody stopping by, taking pictures of the house one day, and I'm like, dude, what the heck is going on? But I talked to one person, and they're like, oh no, we're with the bank. The landlord just, you know, sent us over here to take pictures, you know, for land value or whatever. And I'm like, damn, something doesn't make sense, but whatever, you know? And then, dude, like, it wasn't but a few days later on a Tuesday, you know, 4:30 in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I hear, come out with your hands up, come out with your hands up. And, dude, I jump out of bed, I run in my cousin's room, and I'm like, dude, I think we're getting raided. By the time I make it back to my room, there's, you know, masked up men with machine guns. Get on the floor, get on the front. Now, I got a pit bull dog, right? I got a pit bull. And this dog's like, "Rrr." And I'm like, I'm jumping on my dog. Do not shoot me. Do not shoot me. And I jump on the dog and I hold him. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. You know, so there, I'm like, hey, I got it. I can't let go of my dog. He's going to jump on you. So they let me go and put the dog in the cage. And man, long story short, I guess I should say short story longer. You know, we end up going to jail. And they put us in solitary confinement, which is like, there's the only person that you're ever going to be able to talk to is your lawyer. There's no showers. There's no brushing your teeth. There's an investigation going on at this point. And they need to figure some things out. And so the only person I'm allowed to talk to is a lawyer that came and visit me once a day. And, but in this time, man, like, you know, I had to start to think about, like, life, man. I started thinking about, you know, I have other family members in prison, going to prison. You know, most of my family's been in prison. And I'm about to sit here and I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'm about to go to prison. But it's something that you prepare your mind for, right? But in this, it's kind of like, yeah, but I don't really think you're going to go to prison, dude. I think, it's going to suck probably for the next, few years for you, but you're probably not going to go to prison. And then you start thinking about after that, okay, if I don't go to prison, then like, what does my life look like? Like, what am I going to do? And that's really where it started for me, right then and there of, man, what does my life look like? Most of my family's in prison, been in prison, going to prison. I don't want to spend most of my life in prison. I don't want to spend most of my life a drug addict. I don't want to spend most of my life a drug dealer. I don't want to spend and I started going through this list of what I don't want to be. And while I'm going through this list of things I don't want to be, all I could think about is, yeah, but what are my other options? What else is there?